A chilling silence has fallen over Hallmark Nation tonight. Erin Krakow, the shining heart of When Calls the Heart, has been rushed into the hospital under critical condition. Doctors are fighting, fans are praying, and her co-star Ben Rosenbaum has been pushed to an emotional breaking point, unable to contain his grief. This isn't just another headline. It's the moment that could change everything for Erin, for Ben, and for millions of devoted fans around the world. A wave of shock and concern has swept through the Hallmark community as beloved actress Erin Krakow has been hospitalized in critical condition. Known as the heart and soul of When Calls the Heart, Erin's sudden health crisis has left fans, colleagues, and close friends reeling. Reports from sources close to the situation confirm that Erin was rushed to the hospital after an unexpected medical emergency. While specific details about her condition have not yet been officially disclosed, the seriousness of the situation has sent an emotional shockwave through her fan base. Many are now anxiously waiting for updates, clinging to hope that she will make a full recovery. Adding to the heartbreak, Erin's close friend and co-star Ben Rosenbaum has reportedly been seen in a state of emotional collapse. The two share a famously close bond, both on and off screen, and insiders reveal that Ben has struggled deeply to process the sudden turn of events. Witnesses described him as visibly shaken, overwhelmed with emotion, and deeply concerned for Erin's well-being. Fans across social media platforms have rallied in support, flooding timelines with prayers, messages of encouragement, and heartfelt tributes. Hashtags calling for Erin's recovery are trending, proving just how deeply loved she is by the Hallmark family and beyond. Industry insiders suggest that this crisis may also affect the production schedule of When Calls the Heart. With Erin playing a central role as Elizabeth Thornton, her absence would leave a major gap. However, for now, the focus remains entirely on her health and the hope that she will pull through this difficult chapter. The Hallmark family, cast, and crew have all remained quiet for the time being, likely respecting Erin's privacy during this critical moment. Yet, fans remain on edge, desperate for any updates that could shed light on her condition. As the hours pass, the question on everyone's mind is the same. Will Erin Krakow recover, and how will this impact the lives of those closest to her? For now, all anyone can do is wait, pray, and hope that this beloved star finds the strength to overcome this frightening ordeal.
In the world of feel-good television, where wholesome content reigns supreme and uplifting stories keep viewers glued to the screen, When Calls the Heart stands tall as a beacon of consistency and warmth. For over a decade, the Hallmark Channel's beloved frontier drama has delivered family-friendly entertainment anchored by the endearing presence of Erin Krakow, who portrays the show's central figure, Elizabeth Thornton. But now, an unexpected cloud of concern has begun to hover over the actress as fans, known affectionately as Hearties, raise questions that suggest something may not be quite right behind the scenes. In a fandom that thrives on optimism and unity, the mounting chatter about Krakow's well-being has taken a deeply emotional turn, prompting many to wonder what's really going on with the woman who's brought so much joy into their lives. Erin Krakow has long been the face and heart of When Calls the Heart. From the moment she first stepped onto the set as Elizabeth Thatcher, later Elizabeth Thornton, she captured hearts with her charm, grace, and quiet strength. Her journey from a high-society schoolteacher arriving in the rugged town of Coal Valley to a resilient single mother in Hope Valley has mirrored the evolution of the show itself. Krakow's portrayal of Elizabeth is layered with sincerity, vulnerability, and emotional depth, all qualities that have endeared her to fans across generations. Yet it's not just her character that has built this deep bond with the audience, it's Krakow herself. With her radiant smile and cheerful social media presence, she has created the illusion of a seemingly perfect, balanced life, a real-life heroine who always seems to rise above it all. However, in recent months, that perception has started to shift. Observant fans have noticed subtle changes in Krakow's behavior and online activity, and their reactions have turned from admiration to concern. Her once frequent and upbeat Instagram posts have become more sporadic, often accompanied by cryptic captions that leave fans guessing. While public figures are entitled to privacy and emotional complexity like anyone else, Krakow's silence feels especially heavy to those who have grown accustomed to her bright, engaging presence. The shift has sparked numerous threads across fan forums, with people speculating whether the actress is facing personal struggles, professional frustrations, or perhaps a blend of both. Part of what makes this concern so pronounced is the deep emotional investment fans have made in both Krakow and the When Calls the Heart franchise. The show isn't just a series, it's a lifestyle for many Hardys. They plan meetups around it, build online communities, and look forward to the season's episodes like holidays. Erin Krakow has always acknowledged this devotion with gratitude, often thanking fans directly and offering behind-the-scenes glimpses of life on set. But when that dialogue starts to fade and fans are left in the dark, worry begins to fill the void. And in the current climate of mental health awareness, silence is often interpreted not as serenity but as a possible cry for help. One particularly poignant moment that stirred concern occurred during the promotional lead-up to the latest season. Krakow appeared in a series of interviews and public appearances, but something about her demeanor felt different. While she was as polished and professional as ever, longtime fans couldn't help but notice a shadow in her eyes, a fatigue perhaps that couldn't be disguised by makeup or smile. The authenticity that once defined her on-camera and off-camera presence seemed dimmed. Fans were quick to express support, but they also voiced unease. Was she simply tired from the grueling schedule of filming and promotion? Or was something more serious going on? The reality of filming a long-running television series is that it can be both a blessing and a burden. While it provides financial stability and a consistent platform, it can also become creatively stifling or emotionally taxing. For Erin Krakow, who not only stars in When Calls the Heart but has taken on production responsibilities, the pressure is likely immense. Balancing the demands of a production schedule, audience expectations, and her own personal growth is no small feat. It's possible that the weight of carrying such a beloved series for over a decade has started to take its toll. The nuances of emotional labor involved in maintaining an image, being a role model, and never letting fans down can be exhausting in ways that are rarely seen or understood by the public. Adding fuel to the speculation was a recent absence. When the cast gathered for a key promotional shoot, fans were quick to point out that Krakow was missing from the official photos. While it's entirely possible she had other commitments or needed a break, the lack of explanation only deepened the mystery. In a franchise so tightly knit and where cast members frequently shared joyful updates together, any deviation from that norm is noticeable, and in this case it triggered a wave of online comments and debates. Was she sick? Did she step back due to burnout? Was there conflict on set? No official statement was made, and the silence only heightened the intensity of the speculation. Social media has played a pivotal role in shaping the narrative around Krakow's current state. In today's culture, where Instagram stories and Twitter likes often serve as modern-day tea leaves, fans have scrutinized every post and every comment. Her decision to disable comments on some posts and to go radio silent for long stretches raised eyebrows. The woman who once shared joyful photos with her castmates, witty quips about filming, and thoughtful reflections on her character now seemed to be withdrawing. And for a fan base as loyal and emotionally invested as the Hardys, this silence felt like a warning sign. Of course, it's important to remember that everyone, even celebrities, is entitled to moments of privacy, reflection, and recalibration. The danger lies in projecting narratives onto people without knowing their truth. Yet the concern doesn't come from a place of entitlement, it comes from love. Hardys aren't demanding explanations, they're offering support. They want Krakow to know that if she is going through something difficult, she's not alone. Call for a wellness check is not literal in most cases, it's symbolic. It reflects the hope that someone somewhere is looking out for her, even when fans can't reach her directly. Some fans have also noted that this emotional undercurrent may be tied to larger themes in When Calls the Heart itself. The show has always been about resilience, community, and hope. Krakow is struggling. It would align with the show's own message of leaning on others in times of trouble. That's why fans are rallying with hashtags, messages of love, and open letters on forums and social media pages. In a world where negativity often dominates online spaces, this surge of positivity and collective concern is a beautiful anomaly. Proves that fandoms, when centered around kindness and empathy, can become powerful support networks. Despite the lack of concrete information, Erin Krakow's silence is speaking volumes to her fans. Whether she is navigating personal challenges, professional burnout, or simply taking much-needed space to reflect and recharge, the emotional reaction from fans underscores how deeply connected they feel to her, not just as Elizabeth Thornton but as a real woman living in a complex world. Calls for a wellness check are not invasions of privacy, but gentle reminders that even the strongest among us deserve care, attention, and grace. In the midst of this uncertainty, fans are clinging to hope. They believe in Erin Krakow because she has given them years of heartfelt performances, genuine moments, and a sense of continuity in a chaotic world. Now they want to return that gift in any way they can. Whether that means patiently waiting, sending messages of love, or simply holding space for her journey, they are ready to support her without conditions. As the next season of When Calls the Heart looms on the horizon, all eyes will be on Hope Valley once more. But this time, the heart of the story may not be in the script. It may be in the real-life community that has formed around it. The fans who care deeply about the star who brought Elizabeth Thornton to life and who now, in her moment of need, are extending their own version of hope. Their concern, expressed not in panic but in compassion, is a testament to the deep bonds that television at its best can create. Whether Erin Krakow eventually shares her side of the story or chooses to remain private, the outpouring of support she's received is undeniable proof that she's made a lasting impact. Not just through her work, but through the way she's connected with people on a human level. The Hardys don't just want a wellness check. They want her to know that she's valued, supported, and never alone, even when the cameras stop rolling. For years, fans of When Calls the Heart have been swept away by the heartfelt storylines, enduring characters, and small-town charm of Hope Valley. Now, as the beloved Hallmark series prepares for its historic 13th season, whispers of a major revelation have ignited the fandom with excitement and anticipation. Leading Lady Erin Krakow, who has portrayed the resilient and compassionate Elizabeth Thornton since the beginning, has sent shockwaves through the Hardys community by unveiling a confidential glimpse into the future of her character's dynamic with none other than Nathan Grant. This quiet yet seismic revelation hints at significant developments ahead, reawakening one of the most passionate debates in the show's history and offering fresh hope to fans who have long championed the potential romance between Elizabeth and Nathan. Season after season, Erin Krakow has been the soul of When Calls the Heart. Her portrayal of Elizabeth has earned widespread admiration not only for the character's emotional evolution but also for Krakow's graceful, grounded performance. Elizabeth has endured loss, rediscovered love, raised a child, and guided the community of Hope Valley through countless challenges. Her journey has never been easy, and that's part of what makes her so compelling. Viewers have watched her grow from a wide-eyed schoolteacher into a fiercely independent woman and mother. So when Krakow herself offers a glimpse into Elizabeth's heart, fans listen closely, especially when that glimpse involves Nathan Grant, played by the ever-charming Kevin McGarry. Nathan's arrival in Hope Valley was initially seen as a narrative continuation after the heartbreak of losing Jack Thornton. As a Mountie, Nathan naturally invited comparisons to Jack. But over time, he carved out his own unique place in Elizabeth's world, and more importantly, in the hearts of the audience. Chemistry between Krakow and McGarry has been a point of fascination for viewers since Nathan's first appearance. There was tension, shyness, longing, and a deep-seated respect that simmered just beneath the surface. And even though Elizabeth ultimately chose Lucas Bouchard in Season 8, the emotional gravity of her bond with Nathan was never forgotten by fans. In fact, many never fully accepted the decision and continued to hold on to hope that the story between Elizabeth and Nathan was far from over. Now, as the show embarks on Season 13, Erin Krakow's recent reveal has reinvigorated those hopes in an unprecedented way. In a carefully worded interview that quickly went viral within the Hardys community, Krakow hinted at confidential scenes that showcase a deepening emotional connection between Elizabeth and Nathan. Her use of the word confidential was deliberate, teasing, protective, and undeniably thrilling. Suggested not only that something significant is coming, but also that it has been intentionally kept under wraps for narrative impact. The secrecy surrounding these scenes implies that viewers may be in for a major surprise, and that the creative team behind When Calls the Heart is planning a moment of emotional resonance that could alter the trajectory of the show. This unexpected development has prompted a wave of speculation and renewed debate among fans. Social media platforms are ablaze with theories, wishful thinking, and analytical breakdowns of every detail from Krakow's reveal. Is Elizabeth reconsidering her past choices? Has Nathan finally opened up in a way that rekindles what they once almost had? Has time softened the wounds left by earlier heartbreaks? These are the questions now dominating fan discourse. And what makes this moment so electrifying is that the answers appear to be just around the corner. The potential shift in Elizabeth and Nathan's relationship comes at a particularly poignant time in the series. Hope Valley itself is undergoing changes, new faces, evolving relationships, and lingering uncertainties about the future. Elizabeth, too, has been on a path of introspection and rediscovery. Since the end of her relationship with Lucas, she is focused on raising her son, building her career, and redefining her place in the community. Fans have witnessed a more grounded, centered Elizabeth emerging from the pain of past decisions. It's only natural that in such moments of clarity, one might look back and reevaluate moments and people left behind. For many, Nathan represents not just a missed opportunity, but a symbol of loyalty, patience, and genuine connection. Chemistry between Erin Krakow and Kevin McGarry cannot be overstated. From their earliest scenes together, there was a noticeable emotional charge, tender glances, stammered conversations, and a quiet vulnerability that suggested something powerful waiting to unfold. While the show chose a different narrative path in earlier seasons, the emotional groundwork between Elizabeth and Nathan was never erased. It lingered, waiting for the right moment. Krakow's recent comments are any indication that moment may have finally arrived. Another layer to the intrigue lies in Krakow's role behind the scenes. As a producer on When Calls the Heart, she holds significant influence over storytelling choices. Her involvement in both performance and production gives her a unique perspective on character arcs and emotional pacing. The fact that she chose to spotlight this confidential moment speaks volumes. Suggests that this is not just a passing scene, but a deliberate and meaningful development. When an actor of her caliber and narrative authority draws attention to a particular dynamic, it's not a coincidence, it's a message. The fan response to Krakow's reveal has been overwhelming. Across Reddit, Facebook groups, and fan-run forums, discussions have reached a fever pitch. Some fans are cautiously optimistic, while others are already celebrating the possible revival of Team Nathan. Even those who supported Elizabeth's past choices are intrigued by the idea of unresolved feelings being addressed with honesty and maturity. The very idea of second chances, central to so many Hallmark storylines, is now unfolding in real time, and the emotional stakes could not be higher. What also makes this development significant is the context of healing. Both Elizabeth and Nathan have endured heartache. They've both wrestled with rejection, responsibility, and emotional growth. Season 13 could be the perfect backdrop for two complex characters to find their way back to each other, not out of nostalgia, but out of newfound understanding and maturity. That kind of storytelling resonates deeply with audiences who've experienced the messy, non-linear nature of real-life relationships. It offers hope that love, when grounded in friendship and mutual respect, can flourish even after detours and detachment. The idea of a confidential look at Elizabeth and Nathan also implies that the show is returning to the roots of emotional intimacy that made it so beloved in the first place. Quiet moments of connection, unspoken truths, lingering glances. These are the hallmarks of When Calls the Heart at its best. They transcend the surface drama and offer viewers something deeply human and relatable. If Season 13 leans into this kind of storytelling, it could be one of the most emotionally rewarding seasons yet. Beyond the romantic possibilities, Krakow's reveal also underscores the enduring power of character evolution. Elizabeth and Nathan are not the same people they were in Season 8. They've both grown, both as individuals and within the community of Hope Valley. A reconnection between them would not be a rehash of old stories, but a new chapter built on lessons learned. It would be about love that has weathered storms, found resilience, and chosen to try again, not from a place of desperation, but from one of mutual grace. For Erin Krakow, sharing a confidential look at this evolving relationship is also a reminder of the unique bond she shares with the fans. She understands the weight of their investment, the years they've spent rooting for characters, and the emotional catharsis they seek in every new season. By offering a glimpse into what's coming, she's not just promoting the show, she's honoring the passion of the Hardys and inviting them back into the emotional heart of the story. As production continues and Season 13 edges closer to its premiere, anticipation will only continue to grow. Fans will watch trailers, dissect promotional stills, and search for any clue that validates Krakow's tease.